Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for ZZ Gundam Episode 2, the second iteration of Throwback Thursday, which now has a name, and it's alliterative, which is pretty great. And it's not anime. Anime Janai. Somebody asked how long I thought it might take for the song to be stuck in my head, and the answer is 0 seconds. The answer is literally instantly. I have not been able to get Anime Janai out of my brain case. It's stuck now, and I am here for the ride. ZZ Gundam kicked off last episode in a relatively goofy way. You can see that I might have been inspired by it in some sense. Our new character is a weird, is a goofball. Uh, uh, Not in the same way that the Macross main character is a goofball. That guy just seems like an idiot. This kid just seems good-natured. Mostly. He comes from a harsh upbringing and a difficult place, and sort of sees an opportunity and takes it. Doesn't realize that the guy inside of it, who pops out, who seems really cool. He's like a tall blonde dude with chiseled features and a cool uniform. And he goes, "Hey, let's go on an adventure, kids." And all the kids are like, "Sweet, adventures. We love, fuck the establishment. We love adventures. What are we gonna do? We're gonna break into a place and steal it? Yeah, let's stick it to the man, sweet." And so they do, and it becomes this, like, chaotic clusterfuck with oranges flying everywhere, and haha, all is fun and games until the cool older brother character that you just met and gave bread to for him to chow on while you were riding here, gets in a forklift mecha and slices a dude in half. Oops, maybe we are the bad guys. Combine that with a weird new type magic space vibe with a blue-haired character who seems weirdly catatonic, and an instant and sudden anger at adults for being adulty and making everything go the way they want and not thinking about other people. Our main character has actually checked all the boxes of being a pretty normal Gundam protagonist, minus the good-natured attitude and lack of depression, which can always be added later, so no worries, folks. We got the whole mix, the whole spice blend. It's all there. We just need to wait for a little bit more salt. And a few more friends who are dead. We've tentatively met a couple of, I think they will eventually be squaddies. Beecha is one name that shows up in my mind, and that's about it. And we've also reacquainted ourselves with a number of familiar characters, including the previously aforementioned blue-haired catatonic boy, who may or may not be a character at any point in the show, I don't know, and Fa, who is around, and I think our main character thinks she's cute, which is cool. Bright is around, and interestingly enough, is probably going to be our captain soon, and we're going to have to see how things shake out from here, because we all just sort of ran away after a showdown with Yazan, sort of, and a stolen mech situation, sort of, and a bunch of weirdness. Seems like we're all away scot-free to some extent, and while our usual set of circumstances that gets the main character inside the mecha and ensures that by doing so they're now contractually obligated to become a soldier for the next 50 episodes for our entertainment and their demise, that doesn't seem to have happened. So that's a little bit weird, because in all the previous Gundams, once the character has applied themselves to the mecha piloting we pull them into the thing, and they're stuck forever, at least until they become, Kamiyu'd. But that hasn't happened for Judo yet. So, what will? And what is going to inspire him to join up? And who's that character who looks like he's from Zeon, but he's got blue hair and stuff? Is there another branch of the Zabi family that I didn't know about? I don't know. We are right in the wake of the conflicts that I believe have now become known as the Grips War. And everything is still rippling out from there. So the next steps for our galaxy, for our solar system, for humanity at large, and new types at small, unknown. Apparently, there are a few things. Char's alive, which I guess we know because Char's counterattack is going to occur. So that makes sense. Hamon abounds. She exists. And she's going to be important. But in what context? I don't really know. And everything else is a little bit different. I think we need more. I think we got to watch more, and we'll be able to figure out more of our pieces from there. So let's dive into episode 2 of ZZ Gundam and see what we have to see. And we got to experience the OP again, which frankly is a delight. So let's jump in. Early access on the Patreon, picture in the description, timer up here, beep beep timer, let's go. I really like it. I really like it. It's such a strange departure. It's such a strange departure from what has come before, and yet it's got that gambate spirit, like that fun, that tanoshi wa tanoshida sort of vibe. Oh man. I was definitely watching the wrong episode, but I'm just gonna splice them together. It was the previous episode. I forgot that 0 wasn't the 1 wasn't 1 and 2 was, yeah, okay, so we're on episode 3. Yeah, the space thing. What's the briefcase? And that dude's on the bridge somewhere for some reason. It's a bomb. The Night of the Endra. Oh, shit. They paid in gold. An Axis cruiser, eh? Wow. Oh! Flying too high, eh? Yeah, they are. Hello. Hello, what the fuck? Why'd you let the bad guys come here? They're trying to kill everybody. Oh, he's actually a good Samaritan. Aww. A fan. Oh. There's no way that could go poorly. Okay, interesting. Gotta hide away. Wow. Really just in time, too. Very tense. This guy seems very nice. In a different Gundam series, I'd be like, it would be a shame if he got exploded. I don't know. Nothing seems afoot here at all. Everything seems totally okay. What? No. No. Ah. Oh. Okay. We got a shiny eyed boy. Ah, Lady Haman. So that's the plan. That's really the plan. Why the hell are you here? And why is Android 18 with you? Hey, he's the ringleader. What are you talking about? Ah, we got a fiery one. Borrow. Hmm. 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 That was good. That was very good. Very good. Very good. Goofy. 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 Oh shit. Hey, that's our meal ticket. That's my job, man. Hey. So what are we gonna do? Whoa. Jesus, yeah. Okay, that sequence, that's actually in Gurren Lagann episode 1. That exact moment is actually wow. Wow, 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 wow. What? That's great. All right, Bicha. And our squad finds themselves squad-like. Good. Is blue hair guy gonna be our Jared? Dude, you are not in Revolutionary Girl Utena. You're in the wrong show. You stepped out of the wrong show. The dueling arena is that way. It's that way. Looks fat. It looks fat. I immediately despise him. But in like the most fun way. He loves her. Holy shit. Ugh, it's so hot the way she looks down at me. Praise me more, my queen! She is Sirokoing him! Holy shit, she's Sirokoing him. Spock back here is like, I don't understand this weird. She does a smile, dog. Ow. Mashim. Mashimit. Ma- Mishmash? Mashy? Okay. He's just gonna go out solo and end up. Alright. Perfect. Huh? We haven't changed the oil yet. No, you don't. It's a space mecha. You want the opposite. Oh my god. What the fuck? So he's gonna be flying around inside the colony where they're hiding from him because no sane pilot or captain would ever be in there to find them. Ah, I've done a good job. Oh shit! God, it should be Teehee Thursday. I'm having laughs. Holy crap. Chudo is a daredevil, out of his mind. Enhance. Ah, he does have the vibe. Ah, Bright Noah has seen the pattern. Twice is chance, but a third time is definitely a pattern. Yep, that's two. Random kids who randomly get inside a mecha. Something's weird about them. You never know. Especially when they full kick you out. Bright is the best talent scout in the AUG. The fuck is kitchen duty? Are those air fryers? What is that machine? Oh, it's a slicer. Suddenly Haro is a taskmaster. What? Wow, they're gonna cover. Ah. Whew. Ah. Haro didn't say intruder alert, intruder alert. God, Haro is snitching. Thanks, kids. So y'all have done that to like Rosamia and some other people. No, you're not good at judging people. you two are explicitly bad at judging people. Okay, well he's made friends with the most important people on crew. Aww. It's totally the opposite of Camille. He's gonna have a good relationship with the kids. Whee! Thanks, little ones. I'm so glad that Astanaji is still alive. I hope that he will stay as such. Holy shit. Here he comes! He's ridiculous. I love him. I think I love him. He's like old Char. It actually really brings back the vibe. Except he's way more extreme and more silly. He fits the he fits the show's vibe and perfect. Perfect. And he's a gentleman and a hot-blooded fighter and a blood knight too. Oh my god. Get him in the mecha. No, but you funny. Wow, that was very, very, very scary. Huh? Nani? Not I, I, the great defeated? Impossible. Should have let them put the hatch on. Those cowards fighting me. How dare they? Did he just full cross arm take off? It folds up differently than it used to. The animation on the inside here is great. Yeah, come here, you're not a mechanic anymore. Oh, and Saigusa got dead. I guess I don't know if he was a mechanic. Oh, God. Oh! See, there you go. He's got the reasons. You did kind of enable that situation. Huh. It's not whether I can, it's that I must. Very different. Gives him the option to turn away, right? And Judo goes straight in. Total opposite. Damn, incoming death. That was cool. And the unexpected Zeta? Hey! I feel like that line's pretty familiar. Wait. I have no idea what I'm doing, man. We are rivals forever. Yes. Yes. He fumbles it again, and he catches it this time. Let's go. Oh, that's super cute. A hand-to-hand battle, indeed, like real men. He's very honorable. Later. This is what happens if you get full Jared, like, you've killed my whole family, I'm gonna destroy you. And your main character just has no clue. Your main character is like Mr. Bean. Just like, ooh. What? Oh, uh-oh. Again? What? It seems to do pretty well, actually. Yes! Very scary. Ah, an experienced battler. I don't know, man. Okay, we did it cleanly that time. No, I. That's a very fun effect. Hey, stop it. You don't fight. You don't fight fairly or honestly. That was a Jared line. Okay, but he's still alive, right? Like, that guy needs to be a character forever. He's in the OP, so. Yeah, thanks for your belief. Yeah, thanks for your trust. Ah. Woo. Really sucks at piloting. Did you just call Captain Bright Pops? Did you just call Bright Noah Pops? And away he goes. Well, that can't last. We end up with the same problem as last time. But now he knows that the Arkham is here. Oh. Jesus. Hell, it is a spaceship, so. 50 episodes of just trying to steal the Zeta every episode? Plop! Super cute, weird freeze frame ending? What the fuck? What the fuck? What is this show? And darkness looms. What? I fully expect looming darkness as well. Alright. Cool ED. Ah! Mashimir Cello is pretty cool. He's so many archetypes all smashed together. It's like if Char, Garma, and Sirocco were all smashed together, but then also kind of pathetic. He's got that comical nature of a villain who's just perfect for foiling. Kind of like some of the Pretty Cure villains, where they're a little bit too full of themselves and a little bit too goofy. Okay, that was episode 2, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. Um, Besides the seeming lack of plot progression in some real sense, we get very, very introduced to a new guy. This Mashimir character is something special. He introduces himself by throwing gold through an airlock in order to secure clearance to dock, sparking the events of the episode, which are the hiding of the Argama thanks to a good Samaritan working there who just happens to like the Argama, which is very cool. I find that the switchy witchy is pretty compelling. It's pretty tense and interesting, and I like it quite a bit. This guy comes in and his did you see a warship pull out of here? What? No. Immediately, I am determined to fight. Blood Knight, and his eyes sparkle as he sniffs the rose, which, because it's coated, can't have a smell, right? Alright, our squad has begun to firm up, and we've started to get some of the character interactions between them. We've got the little sister, who is honestly seems to have a good head on her shoulders and is critical of a lot of things. We've got the brother who's willing to sacrifice everything for his little sister in some real sense. The other girl shows up. I don't know what her deal is yet. She hasn't done a lot. She just is hanging out at this point, but fine. Their banter is good. These two are sort of comic reliefy at present. We'll see how that builds out. I'm going to assume that most of these characters are going to find a role on ship, and many, if not all of them, might find mecha roles, just to do this sort of squad, power, team dynamic thing. The little characters playing other characters bit, I think, is really goofy and really cute and works. And then, of course, we see the Argama, and, oh, that's my money! That's my money! He does this fun, goofy walk in the mini-mech that's just so perfectly reminiscent of so many scenes of Simon in the Gurren, running around and bouncing around in his little tiny mini-mech. In fact, the whole little mini-mech itself really feels like the Gurren in a lot of ways. So, I don't know what to think about that, except that it's really familiar looking and very cute, and I like it. It's got that goofy vibe to it. It's ridiculous. And then we couple that with the ridiculousness of this character, who's doing some of the same things, the same, like, out of my way, an unfinished mecha doesn't matter, I'll cover for it. Very Jared-y, very, a lot of characters-y, very silly. Very Zeon, to be honest. Like, very Zeon. Old Zeon, you know? Ancient Zabi. And that's what he does feel like. He really does feel like that. He's a knight, right? He's imperial. He talks himself up, and he talks all this shit up all the time. Oh, just like this beautiful rose. And everything in his memory is rose-tinted and framed in these beautiful pink colors, and he's just overwhelmingly in love with her, which is so goofy. So goofy. Alright, she will grant me her smile. I will personally sortie! Wait, no, please don't. Please don't. No! I like a cockpit with more ventilation. He's ridiculous. I like it a lot. There's a lot that's on the nose. There's a lot that's characters letting things happen because of the, like, purpose of the narrative. A lot that doesn't, it's not trying so hard to make you believe in every bit and explain every bit away. It's like, yeah, the thing just happens. Bright is kind of just lets Judo roam around a little bit because he's curious whether something spectacular will happen. He's like, I don't know, I've seen this happen a couple of times. I want to see if there's a pattern. It's interesting. Judo is very distinct from Kamiyu. He's immediately befriending the kids on board, which is like a huge distinction, I think, because Kamiyu was always a bit standoffish with them in some real sense. And in this case, they're the ones who first cover for him, and they've done this before. They're not good judges of character. Character, though, Astenaji, very characterful. He's got a bunch of goofy facial expressions all throughout that I think read really well and are very, very fun. I wonder who's doing those bits of key animation and character work for them. I don't think it's Yas, but I could be wrong. I just don't know. Shows up and requests your unconditional surrender, and does so very nobly in some real sense. He's got that very, like, fight me according to the rules of engagement way of doing things, but also the sort of villainous, like, I've told you my whole plan sort of thing. He's like a Saturday morning cartoon style villain, which is a little bit different than the sorts of villains that we've had in Zeta, or in Gundam in general recently. Got some elements of that Char-y perseverance and always coming back, but there's this silliness with every step that undercuts his seriousness in a really funny way. And it's so odd because we're still in a world where the stakes are there, right? The beam swords are beam swords, and we've seen people say sillier lines and still die. Which also reminds me, that line about a lion will use all its strength to take down a rabbit, isn't that a line from earlier in Gundam? It is a line in Kill la Kill. Not as far as I can tell from Gundam. It's also relatively popular on women's Instagram, like self-helpy Instagram, as a lioness. Weird. So we get our big loom and the zip bam boom, and he almost saves himself, but by cutting the fuse, he cuts it closer and causes the explosion to happen sooner, which makes it very silly and goofy. And then we hard cut to, oh, oh no, how could this happen to me? Weird. What a weird villain. And yet, it seems to make perfect sense to me. It matches the level of our villain. It wouldn't be correct. It would be so weird to have like a serious Jared in our show against a judo, at least at present, right? Again, we can bloom into that. You just have to kill some family members. Everything will be fine. But at present, it'd be really weird to have like a vengeful, driven, dark foil. That's not the character that we want here. What doesn't work with the goofy judo? You can have a Tom and Jerry, like, this character runs circles around the other character sort of vibe there, with the overly serious villain. But it's more fun this way, where he takes himself so seriously that it ends up being humorous. I think that's very, very much more fun. And then your main character gets the more fun, like, part of the Tom and Jerry relationship, where he just gets to needle at the things about the villain that make him silly, and it all falls apart. It's not like you're not trying to build up this tension and fear and mystery around Sirocco or something like that. This guy's kind of an idiot. He's kind of an idiot. And so we can actually just make fun of him. And that takes some of the pain out of it. Makes it a little bit more fun. By this rose, I so swear, I have a duty to answer to its scent. It loses him so many times. The battle is cool. The sequence is interesting, and the actual punches and fighting back and forth are interesting. There are a couple of moments that stand out. That sequence where it's bouncing in the background and we use the cut-in in the foreground show that there's experimentation going on here. And all of the expression and feeling like the mecha is the character inside it, like there's this link between them emotionally and physically and such, that all works really well. It all takes from everything that's been built up before in Gundam. It's just really interesting seeing that play out in a goofy way that's almost parodying itself. This is the Zeta. Really, isn't that exactly what Jared says at one point, where he's like overwhelmed by its true power? Yeah. So it's weird. It's kind of goofy. And we get our heroic thumbs-upping protagonist in a way that Kamyu wasn't. Like, explicitly wasn't. Like, the OP got changed in order to make him more serious and more like, instead of like, because Judo actually is that guy, and he thumbs his nose, he's like, sounds like you don't believe in me. I'm a shonen protagonist. I can do anything. I love it. I love it. I love shonen protagonism. I love this sort of goofy energy. I love having a villain that fits it. I love this feeling, this thing where he's on good terms with everybody and says, I'll come back and be back to steal it later. But we still end up in the same boat that we were in previously, which is our child soldier has not been conscripted to fight in the war yet. I thought that's the story that we were here for, so what's gonna happen? I don't know. What weird cleverness is Tomino going to construct to ensure that that child soldier is utilized to the best of his capacity for our narrative fulfillment, to his detriment? Because that's my expectation. We'll see. Still hasn't been answered yet. Our cast continues to grow. Yazan is off doing fuck knows what, but otherwise our cast continues to grow. We got some boys, we got some girls, we got some Shinta and Kum being around. Astanaji is taking almost a comic relief, like a teacher herding cats sort of role. Very interesting how much everything has changed in the transition between Zeta to ZZ. And yet it still delivers some pretty solid, interesting mecha action and some cool and interesting characters in a way that surprises me, that are not rehashes of the characters that we've seen before. Not at all. we can say that Mishmash is, he's sort of Shari, and he's sort of Soroku-y, and he's sort of this-y, but I'm just sort of trying to find touch points to like link him to, and he's unique. Immediately comes across as unique, and that's powerful on its own. So, into another potentially iconic Gundam series we go, I think. I'm continuing to like it, and I hope that role continues. If you'd like to find out, early access will be in the description. See you next week for more Gundam. Peace.